Welcome to Smart Updates, your trusted source for breaking headlines, global insights, and sharp analysis from around the world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. I'm sure you've heard the news. International deals worth hundreds of millions aren't made or broken lightly. These agreements are the result of extensive negotiations and strategic planning, often involving multiple stakeholders and complex considerations. When New Zealand abruptly canceled a major contract with a South Korean shipyard, it sent shockwaves through the global maritime industry. The decision was unexpected and left many questioning the future of New Zealand's naval capabilities. The project was supposed to modernize New Zealand's fleet with specialized vessels, a landmark step forward. These ships were intended to enhance national security and bolster New Zealand's maritime presence. But rising costs, frustrating delays, and shifting priorities forced Wellington to pull the plug, even at a steep price. The financial implications were significant, but the strategic realignment was deemed necessary. Instead of pausing, New Zealand pivoted quickly, this time toward China. This move was not just about finding a new partner, but also about redefining New Zealand's position on the global stage. Partnering with a Chinese state-owned shipbuilder marked a dramatic shift in strategy and foreign policy. It signaled a willingness to explore new alliances and embrace emerging global powers. The move from a traditional ally like South Korea to China was calculated, driven by urgent needs and long-term goals. It reflected a broader trend of nations reassessing their alliances in a rapidly changing world. This isn't just a story about ships, it's about how a small nation navigates tough choices in a world dominated by giants. New Zealand's decision highlights the challenges faced by smaller countries in maintaining sovereignty and influence. New Zealand's journey from Seoul to Beijing is a case study in modern geopolitics and economic reality. It underscores the importance of adaptability and foresight in international relations. It's about balancing ambition with pragmatism and how decisions in Wellington ripple across continents. The impact of this decision will be felt not just locally, but globally. The stakes, national capability, taxpayer money, and the country's place in a changing world. The outcome of this decision will shape New Zealand's future for years to come. What led to this bold pivot? And what does it mean for New Zealand's future? These questions remain at the forefront of national discourse. Let's break down the story behind the headlines. Understanding the context and implications of this decision is crucial for grasping its full impact. The consequences of this decision are still unfolding. As New Zealand charts its course, the world watches closely, eager to see the results of this strategic gamble. New Zealand's original deal with South Korea was born from necessity, a pressing need to modernize its maritime fleet and ensure the nation could respond to a wide range of challenges at sea. The country needed versatile, multi-purpose ships for research, disaster relief, and patrols, capable of operating in both calm and treacherous waters, and supporting missions from scientific exploration to emergency response. South Korea, a global shipbuilding powerhouse with decades of experience, seemed the perfect partner for such an ambitious project. Hyundai Heavy Industries was chosen for its expertise, advanced technology, and reputation for reliability in delivering complex vessels on time. The $200 million contract called for 2 advanced, ice-strengthened vessels equipped with state-of-the-art laboratories, spacious cargo holds, and helicopter pads, designed to withstand the harshest Antarctic conditions and support a variety of missions. The partnership was celebrated as a smart, strategic move. Quality ships from a trusted ally and a symbol of international cooperation. Early planning went smoothly, with both sides optimistic, and the project quickly became a source of national pride for New Zealand. The government touted it as a responsible investment in New Zealand's future and security, promising enhanced capabilities and a stronger maritime presence. On paper, it was flawless, a logical, cost-effective solution to a clear and urgent need, with every detail carefully planned. But beneath the optimism, challenges were quietly brewing, threatening to undermine the project's success. No one foresaw the storm that would soon threaten the entire project, casting doubt on the partnership's future. The promise of a seamless collaboration was about to be tested in ways neither side expected. What went wrong? The answer would reshape New Zealand's maritime ambitions, leaving a lasting impact on its naval future. Trouble started quietly, first with minor delays, then with costs that began to spiral out of control. What seemed like small hiccups soon became warning signs that the project was veering off course. The Korean shipyard repeatedly missed crucial deadlines, pushing the delivery date back by more than a year and leaving key milestones unmet. New Zealand's aging fleet couldn't afford to wait any longer, as their existing ships were already stretched thin and in urgent need of replacement. As timelines slipped, costs soared higher and higher, putting immense pressure on both sides of the deal. The shipyard demanded more money, citing global price hikes, supply chain disruptions, and unforeseen technical challenges that made the original budget impossible to maintain. The government faced a tough dilemma: either pay significantly more for ships that would arrive late, or request changes and risk even longer delays and further complications. Meanwhile, New Zealand's strategic needs evolved as new threats and priorities emerged, making the original plan less relevant. The original ship designs no longer matched updated priorities, such as advanced environmental monitoring and new technology requirements. The project became a financial and strategic headache: outdated ships, years behind schedule, and at a much higher price than first agreed. What began as a dream partnership had now soured, with trust eroding on both sides. The government was now staring at a deal that no longer made sense, forced to reconsider its options in the face of mounting losses. The only options left were to keep sinking money into a failing project, hoping for a turnaround that seemed less likely with each passing month, or to cut their losses, terminate the contract, and start over from scratch, an option that would bring its own set of challenges and delays. The decision would be costly, both financially and politically, but it was becoming increasingly clear that it was necessary. The Korean deal was now on the brink. Something had to give, and soon, as the stakes for both countries continued to rise. Canceling a major contract isn't easy or cheap. New Zealand paid a staggering $200 million just to walk away from the Korean deal, covering work already done and resources committed. To many, it looked like paying full price for nothing. The government faced fierce criticism and public outrage, but officials argued that continuing would have cost even more. Delays, overruns, and retrofits would have ballooned the final bill. Cutting losses, though painful, was the lesser evil. The sunk cost fallacy loomed large. Better to stop now than throw more money after bad. The contract was terminated, but New Zealand was left with no new ships and an urgent capability gap. The pressure was on to find a new solution, fast and affordable. The failed Korean deal left a political and strategic vacuum. All eyes turned to Wellington's next move. The search for a new partner began. With the Korean deal dead, New Zealand needed ships, quickly and affordably. Enter China, a global shipbuilding giant, offering lower prices and faster delivery than Western rivals. Chinese shipyards, backed by state support and massive scale, promised value and speed. For a government under pressure, the Chinese offer was hard to ignore. The price was right, and the timeline was tight. New Zealand's economic ties with China were already strong. This deal would deepen them. Choosing China was pragmatic: get the ships, fill the gap, and stay on budget. It also signaled a shift in foreign policy, balancing old alliances with new realities. The decision was bold and controversial. The contrast between the two deals is stark. The Korean contract was like ordering a custom luxury car: high price, bespoke features, but endless delays and cost overruns. The Chinese deal? More like buying a reliable, off-the-shelf sedan, affordable, available, and good enough for the job. New Zealand traded perfection for practicality, customization for speed and value. The Korean ships promised cutting-edge tech, but failed on budget and schedule. The Chinese ships offered proven designs, delivered fast and on budget. For a government burned by past mistakes, certainty and cost-effectiveness won out. The trade-off was clear: less customization, more reliability. Sometimes, good enough is exactly what's needed. This pivot has lasting consequences for New Zealand. Domestically, it's a lesson in project management. Future governments may favor simpler, off-the-shelf solutions. The public now demands more transparency and accountability for big-ticket projects. Economically, the deal deepens ties with China, opening doors for more investment, but also increasing dependence. Critics warn this could give Beijing more leverage over Wellington. Strategically, New Zealand must balance its Five Eyes alliances with its growing relationship with China. The move has raised eyebrows in Washington and Canberra. The new ships will be vital for disaster response, patrols, and research, key to New Zealand's Pacific leadership. Faster delivery means filling the capability gap sooner. The outcome will shape New Zealand's influence in the region for years to come. New Zealand's decision is a microcosm of global trends. China's rise in shipbuilding is reshaping options for countries worldwide. The story is a case study in balancing security alliances with economic pragmatism. Other nations are watching how New Zealand manages fallout with Western allies. The deal raises questions about supply chains, security, and long-term dependence on China. Will sensitive technology be safe? Will New Zealand rely on China for maintenance? If China delivers on time and on budget, it's a win for its industry and a signal to the world. If not, it's a cautionary tale about the risks of large-scale projects. The outcome will influence procurement decisions far beyond New Zealand. The world is watching and taking notes. New Zealand's ship saga offers hard lessons. Ambitious custom projects can collapse under real-world pressures. Sometimes, good enough delivered on time beats perfect that never arrives. The $200 million exit fee is a stark reminder of the cost of mismanagement. Governments must be careful stewards of public funds and willing to make tough calls. The story also reflects shifting global power. China is now a dominant player in high-end manufacturing. Navigating old alliances and new partnerships is the new diplomatic reality. New Zealand's gamble, paying to cancel one deal, then turning to China, was bold. The world will judge the outcome by the ship's performance and the country's future at sea. In the end, it's a story of ambition, failure, and pragmatic recovery. The lessons will echo far beyond New Zealand's shores.